Yo, hey folks, it's Kevin, Big K Horror, and I just want to review a book I got for Christmas. That's one of my absolute new favorite horror movie guides out there, and it is called Bleeding Skull, a 1980s trash horror odyssey. And it is pretty much, and it's by Joseph A. Ziemba and Dan Budnick. And I hope I'm pronouncing those names correctly. And my apologies if I am not. Anyhow, I believe it is based on their website they run, the name. And it is a collage of all their reviews of every single, or if not a lot, and many of, all the 1980s trash horror, direct-to-video, shot on Super 8, everything that filtered the 1980s mom, pa, and video store rental chains, but that were trashy horror, and, gore and whatnot, and just trash. And it's in this book. And now, there's something that sets this book apart that makes it my favorite right now, and it's the reviewing style and the writing style that accompanies it. And I'm going to read an excerpt or two from it, and nothing too long, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but it's to kind of sell the point of this book, because that sets it above a notch or two from the rest, because we're not talking like the usual movie guides or like blah blah blah, shows boobs and blood, cool slasher, worth 2 knives and 2 blood baths, not that kind of book. I'm going to read an excerpt of a review or two right now. We're going to start with, here we go, Heavy Metal Massacre. Now, this is a movie I probably would usually just skip and forget and not ever want to check out, but because of this book, I now want to see this movie, just for how trashy and god-awful it sounds, and it sounds great to check out. But anyhow, moving on, here we go. Heavy Metal Massacre, 1989. Okay, Bobby Young, your life is calling, and it has very good news. The first 10 minutes of Heavy Metal Massacre consists of a credit sequence. Only you can count the credits on one hand. What this means is that writer, director, producer, star Bobby Young, aka David DeFalco. By the way, people, David DeFalco is the hardcore director that directed the film Chaos, the unofficial hardcore remake of The Last House on the Left that came out like in 2003 or 2004 or so. Anyhow, moving on. David DeFalco utilizes his standout film component for something else, namely to show us his apartment, and to show us how cool he looks when he stares into the camera, clad in full Faster Pussycat regalia amidst a wash of disorderly thrash metal, blacklight tiger posters, ceramic skull, busts, and Radio Shack video effects. This is oblivious, misanthropic trash in its purest form, and it's absolutely magnificent. Now, this is just like the beginning of the review for this film. Now, this is the review style for like most of every film in this book. This movie and many other films in this book. And I mean, the titles in here are just like, everything from like Final Exam, Slumber Party Massacre, Fatal Pulse, Fatal Games, Black Devil Doll from Hell, The Last Slumber Party, Dead Girls, Boogeyman, Boogeyman 2, Black Devil Doll, I just said that from, American Nightmare, Rituals, I'm sorry, I'm just going to name off some, Primal Rage, Psycho Girls, Night Ripper, Night of the Demon, Truth or Dare, Boarding House, a bunch of all those type of films. Video Violence, Invitation to Hell, Iced, yeah. Hold on here. Rocktober Blood, The Ripper, Revenge Blood Cult 2, Victims, Voodoo Dolls, Wacko, Video Violence 2, Welcome to Spring Break. Just a bunch of fucking movies in this book. But this book is so worth owning. My mom got it for Christmas for me, but I know she got it off Amazon. I think it was reasonably priced, around 20 something dollars. It's worth every putrid penny you buy it for. And I mean, it's got pictures. I mean, it's all black and white. You know, I'm almost positive every picture of it is, but it's got just, you know, it's worth everything. And I mean, and if you're reading every review in this book, you will be laughing alongside everything that's said about it. And make no mistake, this book does poke fun at the movies, but it pokes fun at it in a loving manner. And it loves every second of the movies it makes fun of. And, you know, make no mistake, I mean, it's celebrating every movie in this book. Now, it's not so, now some movie it trashes, you know, as this movie is about the 80s horror trash. But, you know, this is for fans of 80s horror trash, okay? Now, don't be looking for Kubrick's The Shining or, you know, The Exorcist, you know, or anything like that. No, no, no. No, sir, no, ma'am. This is for fans of Boarding House, Black Devil Doll from Hell, video violence, you know, boom, that kind of shit. Alright? This is for, you know, bargain basement shit. Alright? Bleeding Skull. Get it. Love it. It's great. It's worth every cent. Alright. That's just all I had to say about it. Alright, peace.